Welcome back, everybody, to the Shambam podcast. It's Kevin Moida, and we're back with episode 89. Quickly, I just want to get this out of the way in the beginning. Make sure you guys go ahead and follow us on all of our social medias. All the social media pages that we have. We got Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. There you can keep up with the latest and greatest, interact with us, send me questions, I'll answer them. You get to freaking listen to the podcast and hear your question being answered. It's great. It's great for everybody involved. Helps us, helps you, I guess, in some way. And yeah, make sure you guys go ahead and do that. It really helps us out a ton. I had a freaking thought and it left. Freaking left. Dang it. It's okay. I get those a lot, and it doesn't really matter at the end of the day. So, I've been working a lot, guys. I've been working mainly just freaking today. Today I spent a good amount of hours working on social media stuff. Not social media, marketing and all that junk, you know. And it feels good, man. It feels good. I don't know what's up with this trap, you know, like I feel like there's this like trap with like games or you know, your free time, your valuable free time. Now more than ever is a time to freaking work, you know, because of the whole stay in your homes kind of thing. But it's stupid because this is how my days would consist, right? On my terrible lazy days. So I'd come home from work or some junk, and then I would play games or watch TV, as in like YouTube or some junk, and be like, oh, I gotta enjoy this. It's my free time. I'm not gonna get this back, you know? And then you just feel like crap. You're watching YouTube, you are playing video games, you feel like crap, and then you got nothing done and you still feel like crap. So it's like, what the freak, man? Like, why don't you just work? Because when you get stuff done, man, freak, this thing, I need to get a new one of these freaking arm mic things, because these ones are freaking about to go. But when you get stuff done, it feels great, you know? It feels good. And when you're just improving, you know, when you know that you've done something good, it just feels good. And even like what I mean by that is like working out too, you know, like Courtney and I have really been working out a ton lately, keeping in shape. We're 2 months in, I think, regularly working out. And it feels great, man. It feels great. Every time you complete it, you feel like you achieve something, you know. Anyway, so I don't know what the freak is wrong with our psyches, you know, or at least mine, because I'm just speaking for myself right now. I don't know how you guys are thinking, you know, but for me, that's how my mind would work. It's just like, crap, I have free time, you know, like I'm tired, let me enjoy it, and then I make it a chore to enjoy my free time, and I don't understand why I do that. So anyway, we still don't have proper lighting in this place. I need to get those booms going. I'm getting pretty busy in the office, so we can get some overtime going in, so I can actually, you know, start investing in that kind of thing. But yeah, man, I've been also doing a lot of music stuff, man. For those of you who already seen the post, I published that song, finally released it. My brother Josh, he's the one who took care of the art. I didn't want to say who it was until it was actually done, you know, and I explained that already. I didn't want to add that pressure, but he did a freaking great job with that GIF, man. That freaking animation he gave me, oh, that was sick. It's free work too. Good, kudos to him. So I really like the combination. Good visuals, man. Good visuals with music is like all it takes, man. It's all it takes. You just got a good visual in there, and then you're solid. It's not all it takes, but it's a freaking major role, man. Like, so when I first discovered BTS, right, the super famous Korean, the K-pop group, I forgot. It was one of those late night YouTube things. It was on my recommended, and then I clicked on it, and what got me hooked with like K-pop. I'm not hooked on K-pop. Let me rephrase that. I'm not hooked on K-pop, but there's a charm to it, right? Like when I watch it, like their music videos, okay, um, are pretty are great, you know. So like they got the color schemes going on like really good, and obviously the most obvious thing is the choreography. You know, there's always intricate choreography, and you know, they're basically like, you know, dancing. They're dance videos. They're basically dancing. I don't know what's wrong with me. But the choreography kind of like, you know, sold it, right? Like if I were to listen to the song by itself, I would have been like, eh. But it's the choreography, and then that sticks because I did download. This was a while ago, like maybe 2 years ago. Was it 2 years ago? I don't know. But I did download the song, and the visuals stick, right? And I feel like that the whole visuals with sound is like a phenomenon itself. You know, that's why there's like I was watching this Anthony Padilla, right? Smosh. He became famous through Smosh, and then they branched out because they sold the business, the company or whatever. And he's doing his own thing, and he's interviewing a ton of people now. That's his thing. He likes to interview and figure out the wondrous world of other people's lives, basically. Um, and the most recent one that I watched, and I think is the most recent one he did, is he was talking to faceless YouTubers. So like they're basically exactly what it sounds. It's like a YouTuber who has never shown their face. You know, it's all everyone knows their voice, but nobody knows what they look like. Swagger Souls was on there, and two other individuals. I don't even know who they are. I've never seen their work. No offense to them. Obviously, it's just not there. I just never came across them. But Swagger Souls, I definitely know him. Um, and one thing that one of them brought up is that if they believe once they see the face, it's like the what is it called? Um, the magic is gone. You know, they were talking like there's a whole thing with like when you read a book, you're reading a book, and whether it be fiction, mainly fiction actually. You know, you say you're reading Lord of the Rings and you had never watched the movies. You can picture you create these characters in your head, and you kind of, you know, are creating this world with these characters in your head, and it's more enjoyable to you. But or it's more personal, you know, there's that magic. But when you watch the movie, right, and then you read the book, that strong visual is there. So when you're reading about like Legolas's line or what he said, you have freaking Orlando Bloom in your with golden locks in your head. You know what I'm saying? So visuals are like they stick with visuals stick um with sound, with music, you know? It's a crazy thing. I'm just freaking traveling. I'm just going on this adventure with you, by the way. I've just am barely making these connections now. So if excuse my ignorance, because there's probably going to be a lot of it. Um but that's why like I downloaded those songs from BTS. Granted, I don't really listen to them anymore. But every now and then I'll try to find like one of the if they've made anything new, because I like their choreography, man. And when I would download the songs and listen to the songs after watching the videos and the choreography, that's what was kind of like in my head, you know. And it's kind of more enjoyable that way. I don't know. Visuals are a great thing. Billie Eilish also speaks the same thing. She talks about having good. It was important to her to have good visuals for her music, and I'm a strong believer of that. Maybe eventually, when I actually make like a full blown banger or something like that, I'm gonna, you know, we're gonna actually make a legit music video for it. Um, but when the time comes, we'll cross that one. You know, but yeah, so my brother helped me out with the visuals for the latest track that I made. I have another one lined up to go. I'm just giving it some time. I'm letting it marinate. Um, dude, I've totally took that from Jesse, like completely took that, just robbed it, just robbed it. They're doing a lot of live junk, man. Savios and the crew, they're doing a lot of live junk, and I'm really happy for them, man. it's really cool to see local artists, just doing it. They're just doing it. Yo, Jay, we're still waiting, man. We want to hear your stuff, dude. It looked like they were working in the studio a little bit on some stuff, so there might be something coming up pretty soon. Who knows? Um, but yeah, now's the time to work, man. Now's the time to really get in gear and get things done. I was looking at Instagram and Gary V. He posted this thing. He was talking about like you got to tell your story. Well, he was mainly talking about not mainly the what he was talking about in that particular post was about business owners, chefs, and stuff. There's restaurants that are closing down. Are probably going to be closed down for a long time because he was bringing up that even after this whole thing blows over and restaurants start opening back up, that people are still going to be skeptical. People are still going to want to keep their distance, especially from food establishments where there's the most amount of crowded people and per any given normal situation, and food that's being prepared by other strangers. So he was talking about how now's the time for chefs to talk about their story. Maybe there's a local business of a family owned restaurant, and now they can talk about how what the path was, how it led them to, wow, that thing cracks, how it led them to open up their business. What was their inspiration, what was the how are the building blocks laid down, how's the foundation laid down. So, man, now's the time. If you guys are planning on doing anything related to social media, maybe you want to become a Twitch streamer, maybe you want to be a YouTuber, maybe you want to have a podcast. Now's the freaking time, Um, especially even if you have a smartphone, dude. If you're listening to this, you have a smartphone. So there's no excuse there. And I've personally made videos with a smartphone, and they came out just fine. Some of them were even more popular than the other ones that I made with an actual DSLR. So there's no excuse, man. Get a freaking smartphone. Anything that'll freaking, you got a camera with, just go ahead and do it. But yeah, man, it's really cool to see local artists coming up. I really want to get them all on the podcast. But there's also the thing about stranger danger. I don't know. I've thought about a few people. I mean, I've even flirted with the thought about going to like comedy clubs and stuff, and maybe getting like a comedian who goes up and performs, and maybe talking with them and saying, "Hey, man, here's my business card. You want to be in the pod? Just hit me up." Something like that. But anyway, I say this all the time. I'm still new to this because I am. There's a lot I don't know. There is a lot I don't know. I've been doing this for 2 years, guys. 2 years, but there's still a lot I don't know. And it's a game of patience. It's a game of, learning and what do I know? Because I'm 23. I was I was also watching just now. Actually, we can actually finish watching it here, or just reset it. Cody Ko, he's a YouTuber slash podcaster slash they do music actually, TMG music, with Noel Miller, and I was watching one of his videos on YouTube, and they're talking about how he's reacting to him as a 21-year-old. So Cody, a little backstory on the codes. He makes codes. that's his that's what he went to school for, is programming. So he made this app that he later sold when he was 21, and I guess he was interviewed and he thought he was all this hot crap. Why can't I cuss? I don't understand. And yeah, he was just saying how cringy it was. And things like that really make me think about myself. I was like starting a podcast at the tender age of 22 or 20. I was 20. I was 21 or 22 when I started the pod. I can't remember exactly, but yeah, dude. even now, I know I've always lived with the philosophy of I'm going to always think I'm cringy when I'm older. You know, like I'm always going to look back and cringe. Even to this too, you know. Sometimes I get on the podcast and I turn into such a philosopher, like wannabe. I don't know. But let's go ahead and check out his video. We won't watch the whole thing because it's freaking 22 freaking minutes long. But let's go ahead and just keep watching.
It's, dare I say it?
Look at the.
Okay, I'm gonna pause it. We're gonna bring it up. Bring it up. We're gonna put a full screen. Okay.
Tech boy.
Mr. Tech Boy.
I thought I was the next Zuckerberg, apparently. And so I did this interview with this tech blog that's now probably not in business anymore. And for some reason, this video is still up. And so let's take a look at it.
Wait, can we read the bio of the video?
21-year-old Cody Ko. That's my last name. I'm going to censor that, though.
I don't know why it's bleeped. I don't know why he bleeped it. Everybody knows that it's Cody Kolonoskovich or something weird like that. He's Canadian, and actually part of my personal Instagram is Mev. My YouTube is Mev, but it used to be Mev Ko. Partly because I thought the last Ko on Cody Ko was cool. This is another thing I'm gonna cringe about when I'm older. But also because the name I used to go with all the time was Mevin Koida, and that name came from my friends in track. I had a friend, his name is Seth. Seth, if you're watching, how you doing? Or listening. And he had this thing where he would always switch people's names. Like he'll not their name, switch their names, but he'll move the first initial of their first and last name and swap them with each other. So hence I turned into Mevin Koida because my name's Kevin Moida. And it just stuck, man. That thing just stuck, and then I used it. And then somebody later told me that Koida sounds like a what was it? Forgive me if I'm wrong, but I think it was something related to like a freaking female body part. There you go. Physical noun of male and female genitalia accompanied by rhythmic movements. Oh shoot. What? Wait a minute. Sexual intercourse. Does it mean sexual intercourse? Oh shoot, it means sex. So coita sounded a lot like that. I forgot who brought that one up to me. And it's spelled with the C, I guess. So man, there's a lot of coitus in that. I'm gonna use that word now. I don't know. Where did that word even come from? Somebody brought that to my attention, and then I was like, yeah, so let's throw that one out, because I was like, I'm not doing that. So then I was like, what do I do? What do I do? So then I just did, I kind of like shortened it. It was the same kind of, right, Mevin Koida, but I just did Mev Ko. So it still kind of applied. I didn't completely rob Cody Ko. Let's be real. I did, but you know, you just got to do what you got to do. But now I just changed it to Mev. I just like it's simple. I did make a watermark logo thing for my channel, my personal YouTube channel, where I'm posting all the music, which does say Mevco, so I'm just gonna be going with both, you know, whatever floats your boat, man. But anyway, let's keep watching.
It's on Google. You can find it. Whose hit photo captioning app hit the top of iTunes App Store is looking for a gig in Silicon Valley.
Okay. What's next? No one knows.
We'll find out. You ready?
Are
you ready? Are you ready to meet?
Hold on.
Okay.
Wait.
What's next?
What is that drink? That is a green. That is the definition of a green drink. I don't know if it's just because I don't live in LA. Maybe it's an LA thing, but maybe that everybody there knows what is that? What is that? You know what it looks like? It looks like somebody put milk, grass in a blender and then just blended that puppy together and then put it in a jar. He's drinking it out of a jar. So there's another thing. Cody, what's going on, dude? Okay.
No one knows.
We'll find out. You ready? Are you ready?
What is that drink? I am so interested in that drink. Holy crap. Okay.
21-year-old me.
I'm so ready. My cheeks already hurt from smiling so much.
Oh, fuck. Here we go.
Okay.
All right, I'm just gonna press play.
All right.
Okay, so I'll just press play then. Yep. So I'll just go ahead and
just press play.
Yep. So yeah, you want to do the honors?
Shoot. When did we do? I did something cringy at some point in the podcast. I played one of my commission songs one time here. And yeah, I can relate to that feeling, man. You don't want people. That's one of the reasons why. Okay, so on my other YouTube channel, I actually had a lot of way back in the day, I was trying to actually be like a YouTuber, and I had a lot of random videos, which people thought it was okay, you know, but then as I grew older, as I say this, as I'm still pretty young, I was like, yeah, I don't want to do that, you know. And then I'm leaning more obviously towards music and podcast. So I was like, I don't want that to be there, you know. So I didn't delete the videos. I just privated them all, so nobody can really see them anymore. Maybe in the future I might just bring them back up for old time's sake or something, for transparency or some crap. Anyway, I'm just thinking about brand equity and overthinking crap. Let's keep watching.
Hit the space bar.
I promise I'll still love you after I watch this.
Do you? Okay. Then I feel more comfortable. Let's do it.
You're 21 years old. You just moved out here from North Carolina. You're actually from Canada originally, but you went to school. You just graduated from Duke. It was at the top of the App Store.
Mm-hmm. She's got the "Can I talk to the manager" haircut on 5,000.
I already watched all this too.
It's
So.
like a cute little bob. Yeah,
The beginning at least.
She looks like her name's
What
Bob.
is that drink, man? Holy crap. Can somebody explain what that drink is? And why is it in a freaking jar? What is this, Zelda?
Bobby, B-O-B-B-I.
Potion.
When did you create I'd Cap That?
So I created it in February, or March actually, and it was like.
Oh man. Okay.
I created that in February. Or like, actually I think maybe like
Stop! Stop! What's with this zoom in on my face? That's not doing me any favors. In fact, look at this.
Yo, Cody like does not age though. I don't know how old he is right now, but he's older obviously. In that video he was 21. He looks younger almost. Actually, no, I take that back. He does look younger when he on that old video of 21, but he looks better now, you know? So Cody, it's okay, man. It's okay.
That's what they used as the thumbnail.
It was kind of just a personal project sort of thing. Like I just wanted to, improve my skills with the iOS SDK.
Why am I talking like this?
so cute.
No,
I'm gonna
not.
experience the
Like,
same
I feel like you're,
thing,
like,
dude. I'm gonna
trying to be
experience
smart.
this. Holy
I
crap.
know. Clearly.
But you're so naturally smart.
I'm not, though. I'm not.
Well, not when you're like, prove the iOS SDK.
What are your personal skills with iOS SDK? Look at this.
Oh my god!
It's like there's no jawline. Oh my gosh. Oh shoot. Okay. Hey, we got a question by the way. We didn't have any questions, but I'll read it right now here in a bit. So, yeah. I don't want to keep watching this video. I don't want to take too much of it. Plus, it's like there's this like gray line. Like if you use other people's content, it's like, you know, it's either frowned upon. Some people say it's not that bad because like you're also giving them some like a spotlight in a sense, you know, like you're promoting their stuff, showing your viewers and they can, but who knows, man. Plus I just feel like it's kind of cheap, you know? But YouTube, I guess, is pushing that kind of content. So who knows what the right thing is to do, right? I just like to keep it original here, man. I just like to be, me. So maybe I could just keep watching it. But anyway, let's go to our question, man. Let's go to our question. So your question is The Mandalorian better than the actual Star Wars movies? Yeah, that's a good one. That's a good question. I know who this guy is. You always come up with great questions, man. Good job. I don't know, honestly, because I almost watched a full season, but I didn't get into The Mandalorian as much. I'm actually despite there being a Star Wars blanket like freaking nailed to the wall behind me, that I'm not super big into Star Wars. Only reason that thing is there is because I had it and I had no freaking like curtains over here, and the sunlight kept blinding me as I was trying to work on my computer. So I nailed that thing. I nailed it to the freaking wall, and it doesn't cover the whole blinds, but it covered just enough to protect me from the sun because I'm a freaking hermit. But so in terms of likability, though, so obviously the older Star Wars movies are like the OGs. People love those. I thought I can watch them. I think I'm more into it because everybody else likes it. Obviously, the games are where my heart lies. If I'm going to like or love anything Star Wars, it's gonna be games. Dude, the Star Wars games always. I love those things. Battlefront 2, I forgot what Star Wars game was. I think it was on the game, either on the GameCube or like the PlayStation 2. Like there was this one game that was, oh man, that's nostalgic. But shoot, man. And also like the Force Unleashed games, I freaking played crap ton of that, dude. And also the new Star Wars game, the Jedi Force Awakens. Is that what it's called? I forgot what it was called, but the newer one, right? The newer one with that redhead Jedi. My dad got that one actually, and we were playing the crap out of that when we went up to Idaho for Christmas. So the games are where my heart lies. In terms of shows though, or like a show/video, I personally was more intrigued, I think, in The Mandalorian. This is the longest answer ever. But I think I personally liked The Mandalorian better. In terms of me actually interested in investing the time, So like I think I liked Rogue One a lot, but that's not a show. In a show, you're investing more time because cumulatively, I can't say words. The total amount of time that you're spending watching a show is more than a freaking movie, obviously, because a movie can translate to 2 to 4 episodes, right? Depending on how long the movie is and how long, because some shows, series, whatever, episodes usually go from like 20 to 30 minutes. And I don't know how many episodes that has, but it definitely had more than 4. So I did watch that more than Rogue One in a sense. But yeah, so maybe The Mandalorian is better because the only one that would top that for me would be Rogue One. So I would say Mandalorian. Yeah, I would say Mandalorian is better, in my opinion. Sue me, okay? Sue me. I need to get some we need to get Brett back on here. He was all about Star Wars too. And see what his thought is on that. I need to get returning guests, man. I felt like I did that, man. I just got one guest, and then as soon as I got him on, I never got him back on again, and I don't understand why I didn't get him ever back on again. So I'm gonna be making some. I'm gonna make some calls once this whole thing blows over, obviously, because I can't get guests right now. But anyway, you know what, guys? This is gonna be a short little update kind of episode. Stay tuned with all the socials and see what's up, what's going on. I like to keep these ones short because it's just me, you know, and so stay tuned on my personal YouTube channel as well, Mev. I'm gonna be posting another song on there, and you guys can check out the ones I've already posted, so you guys can check those out. But anyway, yeah, thank you all so much for tuning in. I really appreciate you guys. Stay safe, stay healthy, and I'll catch you next time.